What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and it has been a month since the global launch of Heroes of Middle-earth, and in that time, recently, some content creators have left the game. We've gotten words from the community manager and the dev team about what's coming in the future, so is the game still worth playing? Let's talk about it. So, over the last few days, we have seen some big content creator names exit the game, deciding that they don't want to play the game anymore, it's not for them. One of which is, one of the guys that I follow, is Mobile Gamer, aka OMG, and he basically went into exactly why this game is not for him, what he doesn't like about it, and he even has a short of him quitting the game, deleting the game, and saying F it. So, and all these people that have left the game have basically cited the same thing, that there is nothing to do, and that the bottlenecks are huge. In fact, some of them have gone into length stating that how this feels more like an extended beta or an extended soft launch than the actual game, because the game itself is just bare bones. There's really not much to do this. In fact, AP Games has an excellent video about the same thing, and a lot of content creators have come out talking about the same thing. And yes, I know I'm one of them, and I'm doing the same thing. But I want to talk about what I feel about the game, and we're going to go into what the devs have said and what they have planned for the future. Now, in the light of the content creators leaving and saying that there's nothing much to do, and that how even when Marvel Strike Force came out, they had raids intact, and there was more for you to do. And currently, right now in HoME, yes, there is not a lot for you to do. There is just grinding, and that's it. Basically, you can get your daily objectives done in about 15 minutes, and then you don't have to touch the game if you're not a serious gamer. You know, you don't want to log in and get your free energy 3 times a day. You can just be done with it for the day. Get your objectives in and log off until tomorrow. And that's fine. I'm going to tell you what I do, but let's see the dev's response, the community manager's response on basically all these people abandoning the ship just 1 month after it has released. So right now we have a statement that was put up by CG Hemophilus, basically saying, while I don't really think there's much value me commenting on the doom and gloom speculation, I want to also point out some perspective. No Man's Sky, textbook disastrous launch, ends up being the best comeback story ever and very well regarded currently. Similarly, the Sea of Thieves, Final Fantasy XIV actually unlaunched and then came back with a vengeance and is killing it. Those are just the games I can think of off the top of my head. And yes, he's true. No Man's Sky came out, it was a flop. There was a lot you couldn't do. You couldn't see other people in the game. And since then, it is now regarded as one of the most praised indie games of all time. It's a fantastic game. Same thing with Final Fantasy XIV. It launched, it was disastrous. The new overall director of the game, Yoshi P, came in, turned the whole ship around, relaunched the game, and included the old game in the backstory of the new game. And same thing with Cyberpunk. That was a mess of bugs when that dropped, and look at today. It's pretty much good. I still haven't played it, but I hear it's a great game. Now, he does go back into more detail, saying that I'll preface things with this game is new and it will take a while to build up all the systems and features. No game releases out of the gate with its full complement of everything. If you're willing to stick around as we build up stuff over time, then it'd be really nice. But if it isn't for you, then that's very okay too. We'll be around and you can check us out again when there's more stuff that's up your alley to play. Content creation is not an easy job. I have a number of friends over the years who are successful streamers, YouTubers, etc., and it's hard, and you're constantly trying to work out what gets the clicks and the views. The algorithm and human curiosity gravitates to the dramatic or exaggerated headlines. That's your clickbait. No shade to anyone, but it's why clickbait titles and content works so well. It's not to say the content itself isn't legit and they don't have a point, they usually do, but content creation lends itself to a certain way of presentation. On the flip side of people who do say they're quitting doom speculation of the game, there are other content creators who say the opposite. So really, it's each to their own, and the game is subjective experience. It goes both ways, so take it with a grain of salt. Just because a content creator or two, someone watches, says they're bailing out, doesn't necessarily mean that it's reflective of everyone's experience or opinion. And yes, that's true. Just because a few people are bailing out doesn't mean you have to too. But hey, if you feel that this game's not for you, you could shelf it and come back in a month or so. My personal opinion is that we are on the ground floor of a game that just released. Now, if you look at the history of Capital Games, they have a very successful game currently, Galaxy of Heroes. It's been around since, I believe, 2017. I think it's 2015 or 2017. I can't remember which year it came out, but it's been around for a long time, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, there's controversy to it and everything, but it shows that they know how to run a good hero collection game. And I will quote AP Games, who did say that in his experience, they are very good at running balanced teams and balanced characters. I mean, but come on, it is a mobile game, so yes, they are going to put things out there for the whales to purchase. So, is the game worth playing? In my opinion, yes. I know we don't have raids yet, but there was a dev Q&A this past weekend which gave us insight into things that are coming down the road. We have our first legendary Elrond, who's coming probably later this month. Hopefully Elladan marquee character will be coming up beforehand, but either way, we have our first legendary coming. We have the raids coming. They said in the third quarter, so that's around the corner as well. We're going to have our first raids, and that's a scaling raid, and that looks really exciting. They've also talked about a different kind of arena situation, kind of like your Grand Arena from from Galaxy of Heroes, or Cosmic Crucible from Marvel Strike Force, where you're going to be fighting against another player's entire roster versus your roster, so you want to go wide. So currently, right now, what should you be doing? Well, you should just be stockpiling right now. Just grinding out your Luminous and your Shadow Crystals, your gear, start leveling up the small amount of characters that we have, because they will be used down the line. They're going to be used in this iteration of World PvP. You never know, they could be used later on in other raids that'll be coming out, as well as this raid. We don't know which raid, which characters are going to be focused much on this new raid coming out. I'm leaning towards it's going to be Elrond and the Elves. That'll probably be your best bet. But currently, right now, you're on the ground floor. If you do take a month off, right, you're going to be coming back, and you're basically going to be behind everyone else. I mean, it's not much right now, but it will be, a kind of like a catch-up. Now I need to catch up to the pack, because now I'm behind on these characters. I'm not ready for these things that are in the game. So just take the time now and bring everyone up to, maybe 3-4 stars. Bring them up to gear tier 5. Focus on your main teams, and then use your additional resources to bring those other characters up, so you will be ready when that new content does come. And the new content will be coming, I assure you. All I can say is you have to do what's good for you. In my opinion, yeah, there's not much to do. I'm enjoying the game. I'm just raising my characters up, getting ready for the Elrond event, getting ready for what's going to be around the corner, and I'm excited to see what that new stuff is. Because currently in those other games that I play, there is so much to do in those games. You're inundated. You have to be playing at least maybe 5 hours a day. Like with Marvel Strike Force, you got to be blitzing. You got your Alliance War. You got your Cosmic Crucible. You got your different raids, because you're always running 2 raids at the same time. There's so much to do in those games. Same thing with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, right? Of course, you have your campaign, but you also have your arena. You have your you have that overarching PvP, you have space battles. There's so much to do in these games, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be coming to us. Be patient, and if not, then I'll see you when you come back, if you come back. Either way, I hope you guys found this information useful, and if you are enjoying my content, feel free to put a thumbs up, slap that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything I do here on the channel. So have a great week, have a great weekend, and good luck to you and your fellowship.